He is the GOAT. Many have tried to put him down, and many have failed. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming to the stage Chase DeMoor. Help me in welcoming to the stage Andrew Cobra Tate. It's going to be a star-studded night on December 20th for the Top G, Andrew Tate.
Thanks for showing up.
What have I missed?
Halo semuanya, selamat datang kembali di channel Rockstar Sport. Internet sepakat satu hal, Andrew Tate adalah Top G dan Chase DeMoor adalah badut. Di setiap kolom komentar, kalian melihat orang memuji betapa dinginnya Tate dan betapa memalukannya Chase. Tapi izinkan saya mengatakan sesuatu yang mungkin akan membuat kalian marah. Kalian semua salah. Dalam perseteruan Andrew Tate versus Chase DeMoor, pemenangnya bukanlah sang juara kickboxing. Pemenangnya adalah si bintang reality TV. Hari ini, kita akan membedah ulang seluruh kejadian ini. Kita tidak akan melihatnya dari kacamata fanboy, tapi dari kacamata mastermind marketing. Kita akan buktikan kenapa di akhir hari Chase DeMoor lah yang tertawa paling keras menuju bank, sementara Tate justru masuk ke dalam perangkapnya. Tonton sampai habis karena perspektif ini akan mengubah cara kalian melihat drama internet. Mari kita lihat di atas kertas. Andrew Tate, triliuner, juara dunia, orang yang mengklaim dirinya di atas segala drama sepele. Misinya, mempertahankan status godlike di mata pengikutnya. Chase DeMoor, atlet gagal yang jadi bintang reality show, haus atensi, dan rela melakukan apa saja demi viral. Misinya, mendapatkan exposure dari nama terbesar di dunia. Perhatikan ketimpangannya. Tate tidak butuh Chase, tapi Chase sangat butuh Tate. Dalam hukum kekuasaan, orang yang paling membutuhkan sesuatu adalah orang yang paling lemah. Tapi Chase membalikkan logika ini.
Genuinely, I'm your boss now, and we put a lot of effort into this. We put a lot of money into this whole press conference. We got a lot of people here. We need things we can clip. We need it to go viral. We have to sell this fight. That was shit. So can you please do it again and be like scary, so we can use it? That was rubbish.
Okay, first of all,
Please say it again. Threaten me, blah blah blah, but say it in a way that people believe.
Dia tahu dia badut, dan dia menggunakan peran badut itu sebagai senjata pemusnah massal untuk meruntuhkan tembok pertahanan Tate. Ingat momen konferensi pers Misfits? Mayoritas orang fokus pada Tate yang makan jeruk atau Tate yang diam. Tapi coba lihat lebih jeli. Andrew Tate, sang top G yang katanya sibuk mengurus bisnis global, terpaksa duduk di sana. Dia terpaksa meluangkan waktunya, terpaksa mendengarkan ocehan Chase, dan terpaksa merespons. Di menit Chase mulai berteriak dan menunjuk-nunjuk, dia berhasil menyeret Andrew Tate turun dari singgasananya ke level selokan.
Every time you talk to Andrew, you look at me, or you look over here or there. Why don't you want to look at Andrew?
I mean, like, I can't really see him. He's kind of hid by the podium. Hey, Andrew, how you doing today, buddy?
Because I'm too small.
You are very small. I'm not gonna lie. You are a very small man. You know, it's crazy because like online, you're like a giant amongst men. You're like leader of young men. And it's actually insane to me because when you see you in person, you're like a little mouse, just hidden in his cave, behind Twitter followers, behind Instagram that you're banned on every social media account. And it's just funny to me because the social media saw what I saw the whole time. And they saw a fraud. And somebody who plays victim and thinks that everybody's out to get them. And buddy, I am the Matrix now. I am the guy that's coming to put you away for good. They have hired me behind secret lines to come stomp out Neo. So wherever your sunglasses are, I hope you find them swiftly because I'm going to be putting you out in the second round with absolute ease.
That was shit.
Tate berkata, "Saya di sini karena saya yang buat aturan." Benarkah? Kalau Tate benar-benar berkuasa, dia tidak akan satu panggung dengan Chase. Kehadiran Tate di sana adalah bukti pemenangan pertama Chase DeMoor. Chase berhasil memaksa singa untuk meladeni lalat. Dan saat singa meladeni lalat, lalatlah yang naik statusnya. Ada satu momen krusial di mana Tate menuduh Chase melakukan clip farming.
Say no, please say it again. Threaten me, blah, 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 but say it in a way that people believe.
Buddy, listen, I ain't got nobody's boss. Nobody orders the champ to do anything. I chin people for a living, all right?
So you're going to threaten me or not?
It's not a threat, Andrew. It's a promise.
Ooh, a promise. Well, can you promise me in a convincing way so we can make some fucking
Atau
money?
sengaja cari potongan video viral. Tate tertawa, penonton tertawa. Tate merasa pintar karena berhasil membongkar strategi Chase. Tapi tahukah kalian, justru itulah kemenangan mutlak Chase. Chase memang menginginkan klip itu. Dia tidak peduli dia terlihat bodoh. Dia tidak peduli dia terlihat cringe. Yang dia pedulikan adalah namanya ada di judul video bersama Andrew Tate.
Tangerine. Want one?
Sure.
I got you.
Jesus Christ, this guy's eating tangerines.
Gotta
I
bribe me here. You
unfortunately cannot eat tangerines because Mr. Tate is so scared of me that he put a 40-pound weight clause in there, so I have to be drinking water and empty water bottles.
Wait, sorry. Is there a weight limit at a boxing match?
For a heavyweight title
Is there a
defense.
weight limit on a boxing
For a
match?
heavyweight title defense, there should
Did
not
you
be.
sign the contract?
You signed the contract, sir. I didn't negotiate anything. It was
Tate berpikir dia sedang memalukan Chase, padahal Tate sedang memberikan apa yang Chase inginkan, relevansi. Dengan Tate merespons, Tate memvalidasi eksistensi Chase the Moor di dunia combat sports. Tanpa Tate, Chase cuma mantan pemain too hot to handle. Dengan Tate, Chase adalah pria yang berani menantang Top G. Dalam dunia gulat atau entertainment, ada istilah heel atau karakter penjahat. Tugas heel bukan untuk disukai, tapi untuk dibenci. Semakin kalian membencinya, semakin sukses dia. Chase the Moor memainkan peran ini dengan sempurna, bahkan lebih baik dari Tate. Tate mencoba terlihat unbothered dan cool. Itu membosankan. Chase datang dengan energi kacau, menantang taruhan Bugatti yang dia sendiri nggak mampu bayar dan membuat ancaman kosong. Hasilnya, semua kamera tertuju padanya. Semua YouTuber besar, KSI, Logan Paul, Kai Sen, semua membicarakan Chase the Moor. Tate mungkin menang secara moral atau etika, tapi dalam ekonomi atensi, Chase the Moor merampok bank di siang bolong. Dia merubah kebencian menjadi uang dan popularitas.
My only question for you is, Andrew, is why did you want 6 rounds and not agree to the 10? Because you don't have the gas tank. Why did you want a weight clause? Because you're not big enough. You're not strong enough. Why do you want your venue, your city, your everything? Why are these the questions that nobody's asking you? We all know the answer to them. We just don't want to say it because you're surrounded by a bunch of yes men.
Kenapa saya bilang Tate kalah? Karena Tate melanggar aturan utamanya sendiri. Jangan beri panggung pada orang yang tidak selevel. Dengan meladeni Chase, Tate menurunkan nilai brandnya sendiri. Dia terlihat seperti sedang mengasuh anak kecil yang tantrum. Sementara Chase, dia keluar dari ruangan itu sebagai pemenang terbesar. Dia tidak perlu memukul Tate. Dia tidak perlu menang tinju. Dia hanya perlu berdiri di sana, membuat Tate kesal, dan membiarkan internet melakukan sisanya. Chase the Moor membuktikan bahwa kamu tidak perlu punya skill bertarung untuk menang lawan juara dunia.
And I know he's prepared. I'm sure he's taking it very seriously. That's what I want from him. I want the very best version of Chase the Moor on the night, please. Please bring your absolute A game, as I am. And I very much look forward to the result. And I promise you, if you continue to disrespect me, unfortunately for you, you're not going to have a career afterwards. If you calm it down a little bit and you're nice, when it's all done and it's all finished, you can continue to fight for my organization.
I'm the heavyweight champion. I do what I want. You do what I say. If I say jump, you get in the ring. If I say dance, you dance. Just like December 20th, when I'm packing you in, I'm going to ask you in the middle of the round, what color is your Bugatti? And you're going to look me in my eyes and you're going to say red, like what's coming out of your fucking nose.
Andrew Tate mungkin menang di mata fansnya, tapi Chase the Moor menang di mata algoritma. Dia datang sebagai nobody dan pulang sebagai rival viral sang Top G. Ini adalah pelajaran brutal tentang dunia modern. Kadang-kadang, pemenangnya bukan orang yang paling kuat atau paling pintar, tapi orang yang paling berani memalukan dirinya sendiri untuk tujuan yang lebih besar. Sekarang, giliran kalian. Apakah kalian setuju bahwa Chase the Moor sebenarnya jenius marketing yang menyamar jadi badut? Atau saya cuma ngelantur? Debat saya di kolom komentar. Jangan lupa like dan subscribe. Sampai jumpa di analisis brutal selanjutnya. Peace out.